Hello and welcome. My name is Soboma Wokoma, and it's my pleasure to host you today on Man Mentoring Men. This is a place where we talk about all questions that men have. Talk about spiritual questions, your emotional questions, your financial questions, mental, psychological questions. We deal with all the problems that bother a man that will develop or should develop as a king in the 21st century. Today, I want to talk to you about pain and purpose. What is purpose? Purpose is a goal that is accompanied or accomplished with a strong conviction. Small definition right there about purpose. The key thing to take away from that is there has to be a strong conviction when you pursue a goal as a purpose, right? It could be your vocation, it could be your calling, it could be your career, but it could also be something outside of all of this that is embedded in your identity, your purpose, something that you live for. It's almost, I would say, your personal mission statement. This is your mission statement. When somebody asks you, hey, what's up? Who are you? You introduce yourself, but you also lean towards introducing what your purpose is, what you live for, right? You hear people say, well, I'm a father, my name is Scott, whatever, and I am a pastor or I am a teacher. Teaching is their callings, their volition. That is their purpose, to teach. And then everybody, in addition, sometimes your calling, your purpose can be in your vocation, in your career, but it can also be something entirely outside of that. But every man needs a purpose. Every man has to live a life of purpose. Now, strong conviction leads to passion. Strong conviction leads to passion. The word passion, originally in its original form in Latin, is connected to pain. It's connected to pain. Actually, it's synonymous to pain. And so you would say, when you say passion, what you're literally referring to is pain. You need to have a passion as a man. You have to have something that you live for, a purpose that you live for. But whatever that purpose is, you have to be driven with a heightened sense of concern and care. You need to be connected to your call, to your passion, to your purpose with passion. But passion without pain is impossible. So what that means is whatever you are passionate for, you will suffer for. Whatever you're passionate for, you'll have to endure hardship for. You'll have to endure some pain for what it is that you are passionate for. And that is where I'm trying to lean on today. Because I see a lot of men living today without passion, without something that they are passionate about. Well, without something substantial. I'm going to talk about the slight differences that I've noticed in how men live their lives today. Sometimes it isn't that we don't have passion, we just have passion for the wrong things, right? So every man that's living a life of purpose has to live a life of passion. Passion for what they are called to do, for what they've been created to do. If you are not ready to suffer for a cause, you are not passionate for that cause. If you're not ready or willing to suffer, and when I mean suffer loss, suffer sacrifice, suffer pain, whatever it is that you would have to suffer, endure to see something that you desire to happen until you see it into fruition. In fruition, if you're not willing to suffer for it, it's not your passion. It's probably not even your purpose. You're not called to do that, right? So men today live lives without passion, lives that lack passion because they are unwilling to endure pain for the right things. A man who doesn't endure pain will lack passion in his life. Of course, I understand that there's another sense or another definition of passion, which is, sensual desire and all of that, and even lust and all of that. I'm not talking about that kind of passion. I'm talking about a passion that is so connected to your purpose that you breathe and live for this thing. So the question is, what are you passionate for? What are you passionate about? What are those things in your life that you found that, you know what, that I am passionate about? When I hear that, it makes me feel alive. It makes me come alive. I can suffer pain for that. I can endure pain for that. I can stretch myself to achieve that. Every man has to ask himself that question. Every man has to discover for himself what it is. in the Bible, in the scriptures, Apostle Paul, and an apostle, which is a servant of God who literally is sent into the nations to preach the gospel of Jesus, said in Second Corinthians 11, where he narrated or he listed the things that he has suffered, endured, the things that he has endured for the cause of the gospel. Yet his zeal was not dampened. It wasn't discouraged. It kept working. Matter of fact, it developed even a more keen interest in the spread of the gospel, irrespective of the fact that he suffered for the gospel. And so pain, which is something that by nature humans run away from, the way we're designed in our natural being, we run away from pain. Pain actually shows what you're passionate about. The things that you can endure, that you can push through and you can press through and keep going, shows maybe this is something that you are designed to achieve, right? So in a sense, we all men in a sense, voluntarily endure pain. We all endure some pain, even though we're wired to run away from pain. There are some times that, you know what, we endure some kind of pain, and some of us endure pains for our family, but some of us for our job, our careers. We will spend sleepless nights. We will sleep very few hours, walk through the night for that career, for that job, for that promotion. For some of us, it's a degree, it's school. For some of us, it's a relationship. For some of us, it's our boys, our homies. You know, you're involved in a group of boys, or whatever you call yourselves, and you are part of that place, and you give of your time, you endure whatever. They make you do certain things to make, to claim that you're part of it, to prove your worth, to prove your stake. All of those things, we endure these things for all different kinds of reason. The question is that the right kind of pain that you should be enduring as a king? You see, I'm going to state this. Everything that has a purpose, the purpose of that thing is met outside of that thing. So if you are somebody who endures pain for your own self-benefit, just for your benefit, you have not found your purpose. Your purpose is not to get a better job. Your purpose is not to build a bigger home. Your purpose is not to get that nice ride. Your purpose is not to get the right hand piece, the beautiful chick. Your purpose is not to do all of that or to get the right sneakers and all of it. That's not your purpose. That's not why you were created. All of those are but distractions, can be distractions. Your purpose is something outside of yourself that you work towards to bring a solution to the earth, to bring a solution to the people around you, to bring a solution to your family, to bring a solution to the world as it is right now. It has to be outside of you. Yes, you can make money from it. Yes, you can get acclaim from it. Yes, you can get acknowledgement and all of that from it. But the goal is not to do, your purpose doesn't drive you to become more relaxed or to become more wealthy. That's not your purpose. Your purpose is something that drives you to be a solution and a blessing to the people around you. And so the question is, what are you willing to suffer? In this generation, I see people who spend sleepless nights playing games. And I see people who spend sleepless nights trying to impress a chick. And I see people spending sleepless nights trying to buy sneakers and trying to put rims on their cars and all the flimsy things that has nothing to do with solution, has nothing to do with the kingdom of God, has nothing to do with sharing love and bringing just love to the world and bringing salvation and grace and outside of our being. If you're a king, you live for a purpose. You do not live just to have fun. You do not live to meet your earthly, your natural desires and your flesh and just, oh, I'm cool. No, that's not why that's not the purpose of a king. A king lives to rule. A king lives to give hope. A king lives to direct the affairs of things within his domain. Everything a king does, it should be outside of himself. And so the question I want to ask today is, what are you as a king? First of all, you got to know that you're a king. And what are you fashioned for? What's your purpose on earth? What is the one thing? And there are tools out there, the resources out there to help you know what you're called to do, what your purpose is. and I can share that in a different life. But I want to leave you with a question today. I want to leave you with this question. What are you willing to suffer for? What is the one thing that you're willing to suffer? Pain, shame, delay, everything. You can suffer all of that. What is that thing? If that thing is something that you derive pleasure from, if that's something that just pleases you, just a personal gain, you have not discovered your purpose. You have not discovered the reason you exist as a human being. Anything that exists without a purpose, anything that exists without a use, is dispensable and is unneeded. And if there is no need for you in the earth, if there is no need outside of your wants, your looks, the things you want, how you feel, what you just about you, you have no need in the earth. There is no reason for us to have you in the earth. There's no reason for us to have me on the earth if that's all I'm focused about. And so your purpose has to be something that brings solution to the world outside of yourself. Something that gives glory to God, the creator of the heavens and earth, outside of yourself. And so you got to ask yourself, what is that thing that you're willing to suffer for? What is that thing that you're willing to go through pain for? What is that thing that you're willing to endure pain, suffering, delay for? Whatever pain means to you. A king lives in purpose. A king must find his purpose, must live in purpose. And that is all I have for you today. I want you to find your pain, and I want you to give definition to your pain. I want you to find the things that you can suffer for and you are willing to suffer for, and then find purpose in doing that. If you've been suffering pain for selfish needs and selfish desires, it is time to change that. It is time to find your purpose in God. Find your purpose that brings solution and love to the world. My name is Suboma Wokoma, and it's a pleasure to share with you today, finding the purpose in your pain. Check our other videos, share our resources with other men. The goal is to provide resources for you that answer fundamental questions that every man has to live as a king in the 21st century.